If you're about to make this mistake, I'm going to stop you right there. Because buyers will use every visible problem to hammer your price down more than it would cost to actually do these repairs up front. That's right, today we're talking about listing without addressing even the most basic deferred maintenance issues. And here's how I want you to think about this strategically. My name's Nate, I'm a certified probate real estate specialist here in Central Texas. I've seen properties in the worst condition, full of black mold that probably needed to be torn down, all the way up to seven-figure, fully renovated properties where we put $250,000 into them before selling. So I've seen the spectrum, I've seen what works, I've seen what doesn't work. My job is to get the most amount of money on your bottom line and to give you the most leverage during the transaction. As a side note, all this information is available in the link down below. I have a free executor and heirs guide. It's got a ton of super helpful information. It's totally free of charge. So go ahead, click that link, and let's get on to talking about deferred maintenance. So this is how buyers think about deferred maintenance. You got to understand, buyers are not contractors. When they walk into a house with obvious deferred maintenance, peeling paint, fixtures that aren't working, overgrown landscaping, and an HVAC system that clearly hasn't been serviced in years, they don't add up the cost of repairs and just deduct that from what the fair market value of the house would be if it was in great condition. They add their fear about what else might be wrong on top of those expenses. So a $2,000 problem becomes a $20,000 problem because it signals one thing: this house hasn't been cared for. The fear gets priced into their offer, and it's not proportional. Buyers routinely make offers for 10 to 25% below list price on properties that have visibly been neglected, even when the actual repair costs are modest. So here's a formula. This is the repair ROI on probate properties. Number one is going to be the things that are almost always worth doing. This is going to involve deep cleaning, fresh landscaping, paint, replacing carpet or flooring surfaces that are completely shot, replacing broken lights, doorknobs, etc., and addressing obvious safety issues. These will typically cost between $2,000 and $8,000 and can easily return $10,000 to $30,000 or more on your sale price. Category number two is going to be things that are sometimes worth doing, like updating all the appliances, switching them out so that they're stainless steel and they look all fancy and brand new, and minor bathroom updates. This depends on the price range and the range of condition on comparable homes. I usually model this out on a case-by-case basis based on your specific situation. Category number three is going to be things that are usually not worth doing. Full kitchen renovations, major bathroom remodels, HVAC replacement unless it's failed. These are big costs where buyers often prefer to do it their own way, and they'll discount for it regardless. Now, you always have the as-is option. Selling as is a legitimate choice for probate properties, especially if the estate needs to close quickly or doesn't have the cash for repairs. The key is correctly marketing it in as-is condition and marketing it to the correct buyers: investors, flippers, and buyers that are ready to take on a project. Now, as a side note, as-is doesn't mean without transparency. Texas law requires disclosure of known material defects on a property. Another good thing to think about is a pre-listing inspection. Some families choose to get an independent inspection before going to market. This lets you address the issues that matter most and price confidently, because a buyer accepts a property as is based off of what they know about the property. When something comes up on an inspection report, the buyer is the one that has the leverage at that point because you've taken your house off of the market. You don't want to go back on the market because typically there's some level of stigma associated. This means that if you do a pre-inspection and you correct major issues and disclose all others, buyers are a lot less likely to use inspection findings to try and negotiate. I've even seen it where they didn't get an inspection because they knew that the seller had one done by a licensed Texas inspector. So here's a real example, the kind of analysis I do with families all the time. A probate house needing $12,000 in repair, landscaping, minor repairs, etc., might get listed for $385,000 and receive offers as is for $355,000 to $365,000. The same house, but with those $12,000 in repairs done, photographed and marketed professionally and listed at that same $385,000, can generate offers from $375,000 to $395,000. The math almost always favors the repairs, but doing the right repairs, not the wrong repairs. Now, I walk through every probate property that I list and give the family clear recommendations on what they should do to get max return on investment, what they would walk away with if they sold as is. If you want more information about what I would advise in your specific situation, happy to hop on a discovery call. All of my information is in the description down below. You can chat for 15 minutes. No fee, no obligation, just information and transparency. While you're down there, click on the link, check out my free executor and heirs guide. Let me know what you think. Subscribe for more Texas probate content uploaded daily. I will see you in the next video.